We have Bada Johnson with us as we take a review of the papers. Let me welcome you, Bada. Saw you last week. I'm seeing you again. So
always to have you here.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me around, bro.
Can't stretch my hands though. I don't know if Austin will do.
No, don't.
Why?
Please.
Come on, Dada. Okay, let's talk sports.
But let's talk sports, all right. All right, but so much to talk about. Let's start off right away. Let's not waste too much time on this. I have Sports Day here with me. That should be coming on the screen any moment from now. Sports Day, a big one there. Eagles lose Brussels, Antwerp venues. Talking about the friendlies coming up for the Super Eagles not too far away from now. Against Cameroon, the Ryder, DR Congo in Belgium, and friendlies moved to Mons and Dendeleu. Talking about the venues where they'll be played. And well, what's your reaction to that?
Well, I don't think it's anything that Nigerian football fans will worry much about. Usually across Europe, facilities are in excellent conditions. Playing surfaces are fantastic. Even common parks have playing surfaces that national teams will be proud of elsewhere in the world. So I don't think we really care about where these matches are played, so long we get to test our our might against some of the best countries on the continent. But it'll be nice for whoever is in charge of the arrangement, to tidy up things very quickly, so that we don't find a scenario where a day or two to the match, the question of where the game or games will take place is still up in the air. So as much as we don't want to read much into this, it can be a big deal if some days to the game we're still talking about where those matches are going to take place. So that for me is the only reason it should be important. Otherwise, it's nothing to worry about.
Yeah, there's also another one here talking about Sports Day. Musa is Russian League's best with a Ryder. CSK star takes a Player of the Week award. And of course, there's another one, Martin's bench in MLS top 11 squad. That's on page 4. Well, Musa definitely has been on fire. On fire.
The problem with Musa playing for the national team here is that we play him out wide on the right, where he doesn't have so much space to work with. But in CSK Moscow, 2 seasons ago, he was played through the middle. He scored a lot of goals. Yeah. He's played off the shoulder of Seydou Doumbia, the Ivorian, down the middle where he's got the width of the pitch to work with. And because of his pace, they can get him in behind defenses and he can finish. So long you keep doing that, Ahmed Musa would keep looking a better player. Because a lot of people ask, why is it that he delivers at club level but doesn't seem to hack it at national team level? It's as simple as that. You shunt him out wide on the right. He doesn't have so much space, and he doesn't have the best delivery in the world. 9 out of 10 times he picks out a cross, he's going to find the wrong man. So Nigerians keep judging him based on that. But I think maybe Olise needs to take a look at how CSK Moscow use him. So maybe,
bottom line is better a finisher than a provider.
Absolutely. Absolutely. See, in this part, we believe that once you're a winger and you're pacey, you always must play on the right side, especially if you're right-footed. But there are options. If the guy's delivery is not so good, why not play him out on the left, where he can cut in on his stronger foot and shoot. Because Musa is never going to change, delivering poorly. Because that's a fundamental defect in his game, and at his age, I don't think he's going to learn it, anytime soon. So we're just going to keep frustrating ourselves, expecting him to get in the right deliveries. Look at Jesus Navas at Manchester City. He's one of the poorest crosses of the ball in the world. It's not going to change. He gets into good positions, he gets in behind defenders, but when it comes to delivery, he's going to let you down. So why keep expecting, water to come out of the rock? Just put him out on the left or play him through the middle, off the shoulder of the main striker, and you get results.
Okay, let's go to Sporting Live. A lot of interesting stories, interesting issues, and I'll pick out the issues from the Wednesday edition. 2, and I'll read it out and I'd like you to react. Olise explains players' invitation. I'll let you react to this one. And this one coming from the former coach of the Super Eagles, former captain of Super Eagles, Austin Eguavoen. He says, according to Sporting Life, that Mikel should decide Eagles' future. So how do you react to those? Olise giving explanations as to the players that he invited, and Austin Eguavoen telling John Mikel Obi that at this point you have to tell us if you want to play for Super Eagles.
Oh, well, if you look at Olise's list, to be fair, I think that it's a reflection of the best, Nigerian players,
top performers
abroad. He's picked his team based on form. And that calls to question, you know, Mikel's invitation. Because if you've picked players based on form, the question is, has Mikel been playing regularly for Chelsea to merit an invitation? And I feel that what Sunday Oliseh has done by inviting him is he's come onto the job, you know, almost indicting Mikel Obi for irresponsibility. He said he went to London, he called him up, Mikel didn't pick his phone, and because of that, he didn't invite him for the first game. So I guess he's invited him so that people won't say that
you're shutting this guy
exactly,
out.
you're shutting him out because of that. He's giving him a second opportunity, because in truth, on current form, I feel that Mikel probably doesn't merit, you know, an invitation. But let him come. In my own opinion, central midfield, you've got Ogeyo Nazi, you've got Obiora Nwankwo, who did fantastic the last 2 games Nigeria played against Nigeria and Tanzania. And of course, you've got Rabi Ibrahim, who's staking a claim to a starter's shirt. He's proved himself over the last 2 games as maybe the most creative Nigerian player on current form. So on that basis, you ask yourself, how is Mikel going to get into the team with the way he's playing? You know, passing ball sideways and not getting into the Chelsea first team. But you never know until you give him a chance to come prove himself. If haven't been handed this opportunity, he comes and he doesn't perform, then Oliseh has every right in the world to not invite him subsequently. So I think on that count, he's done fantastic. Eguavoen making it seem like Mikel Obi has got a decision to make is maybe putting it wrongly. The person who has a decision to make here is the national team manager, not Mikel Obi. And that's the way it should be.
No, what Coach Austin Eguavoen was saying is, Mikel is not a bad player.
No one has ever said he's a bad player.
He also spoke about his character. I said Mikel is not a bad boy.
He's not a bad
He
person.
has worked with Mikel as, in fact, a shy person and he talks.
Okay.
He's saying that Mikel has not gone to another country. Mikel belongs to Nigeria, and he should put behind this whole talk and speculations that whether he wants to play for Nigeria or not. That say, I owe my country all my services for now, so that coaches will know you're available.
You see, he's assuming that Mikel Obi truly and really wants to play for Nigeria. You know, here's a player who I suspect haven't achieved just about everything. You know, doesn't have the motivation. You know, even national team, he's won the Africa Cup of Nations. You know, and he's probably never going to win the World Cup. He knows that. So there's nothing more, you know, to play for.
Well,
and
he can dream. Do you know if
see,
he's dreaming of winning?
does he look to you like a dreamer? Here's a guy who sits all of the time on Chelsea's bench when he's got the option of going out on loan to play regular football. So, I mean, the way his mind works, you know, doesn't tell me that. Of course, you can read that from his actions.
He's in his comfort zone.
Yeah, he's in his comfort zone, and that's not the kind of player you want in the national team, except he comes here and puts up a different, you know, attitude. Other than that, I don't see any reason why we should be forcing over Mikel in a true sense, because we've got players who want to actually play for this team.
That's what it is. That's what it is.